Hello and welcome to Reviving Your Marriage. Well, today we're going to talk a lot about relationships and how we can make our relationship even more magical. No matter where you are in your relationship right now, our intention for today is to talk about boundaries, talk about communication, and most importantly, talking about the mind and how the mind is sabotaging us to move forward, or it's allowing us to create that magical relationship and anything else that we want in life. So are we ready?
Yes.
Before we start, we want to thank you. We know how busy your lives are, and we want to thank you for investing your time in your relationship and for being here with us today. So thank you for your commitment.
And I want to welcome all of you here. Thank you so much for taking the time of your life on a Sunday coming. And especially you should thank yourself more than anything else, because this is what you're giving to yourself, and nobody can do anything for you if you don't want to be there for yourself. So I want you to thank yourself, and to show our gratitude, we're going to start with a little bit of a poetry from Sadi. Sadi says, هر نفسی که فرو می رود ممد حیات است و چون برمی آید مفرح ذات. پس در هر نفس دو نعمت و در هر نعمت شکری است واجب. Every breath that we inhale prolongs life, and exhaling heartens the essence of being. Therefore, every breath embodies two gifts, and each gift deserves another gratitude. So let's stand up, all of us, and let's start this gratitude towards our breathing, as Sadi said, right? The most important part of our balancing, and you're going to see how it's going to help you if you practice. Those who have worked with me, they already know that. Just look at my right hand goes on my stomach and my left hand on my chest. So all of you, I want you to repeat the same thing. Just right hand on your bellies, left hand on your stomach. The left hand is not going to move. The right hand, in my case, is on a balloon. In your case, is more flat. So you just want to inhale from your nose into this cavity as it expands. And then with the exhale, you just let it out of your mouth. So every inhale, your abdominal area expands, and with every exhale, you just push down. And get that in and out as much as you can. And once you get comfortable with that, just sit down and continue the same breathing. Now you can all sit down and close your eyes. Continue with the same breathing. Just focus on every breath. And as you are breathing, notice how a sense of tranquility, comfort, and peace, if you choose to close your eyes, it's going to be helpful. Just notice the sense of tranquility, comfort in every breath as your mind is receiving oxygen and your body feels safe, that you're sustained. Take another deep breath and let it go. With every inhale, you feel a more sense of tranquility towards your health, your happiness, and success. As you take the next breath, your shoulders expand and your lungs are filled with the energy of life. You feel stronger and more secure. With every breath, a sense of comfort and warmth is expanded in your body. Notice how this sensation is traveling down from the top of your head into your forehead, into your face, all the way down to your jaws, into your neck, down into your spine, into your arms, your hands, and it's washing down all the blockages, all the discomfort, and you're relieved from stress and discomfort. Take another deep breath through your nose into your belly, and as it's going out, notice how this energy of peace is going down into your waistline, your chest, your heart, your entire torso, and traveling down all the way to your legs, your knees, your ankles. Take another deep breath and allow this sensation of peace and tranquility take you all over. You palpate with love and good energy towards the world and everyone around you. This is the energy in your relationship that needs to be all the time. Connecting with this energy sustains relationships, and it comes from your heart. Take another deep breath and take all the love in your heart and expand it out with the next exhale. Take another deep breath and give all the energy out in love and peace. You can open up your eyes and come back to the room. Welcome. Now we're going to get to our work.
Before we do, a few important things that we wanted to go over with. A key factor to success is knowing how to focus. So first and foremost, please turn off your cell phones. If you haven't already, make sure they're off. Please refrain from talking amongst yourself. We do allow questions in the middle of the presentation. One of these lovely ladies is going to bring you a mic so that you can ask your questions. That's okay. Respect the privacy of others. Only share your experience. People may share something. We want them to feel really safe here. No judgment. Be open. Every time someone else shares something, there is always a learning in it for us too. So be open without judgment to get a learning from someone else's sharing. Be fully engaged and focused. And we need your permission to be honest.
Can we be honest? Yes?
In order
so we can really talk.
Yes, in order to get the point across, sometimes we need to be honest, sometimes we need to be transparent. So do we have your permission?
Yes. All right.
All
The
right.
yes wasn't so strong though. Yes? Yes.
Perfect. All right. Now, we want to hear a little bit about you. So please tell us who you are and
Just
why.
in a sentence.
Yeah, very
I'm
short,
so-and-so
20 seconds,
and
30
this is
seconds.
why I'm here.
And why you're here. So
We start in that corner. That gentleman talks really good. So. Yeah, yes.
That's it,
So
you're
we just go
it.
this way. You're it.
Hi, my name is Sako. What else I should?
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
And it's not because my wife told me so.
I'm here to make it easier for myself.
Okay?
I'm Brima, and I'm here to learn and improve and get something good out of it.
My name is Cameron. I'm here because my wife
Exactly.
and
Not only you, probably all other men here also.
I'm here to hopefully, we kind of, make our relationship better.
Okay?
Hi, I'm Ronita and I'm here because it feels good to grow.
Beautiful.
Hi, my name is Avi, and I'm here to learn and improve myself in my relationship with my girlfriend Kristen. And
All right.
just
Beautiful.
develop together.
Very nice.
And I am Kristen, and I'm here to get some tools to improve our relationship as well.
My name is Mo, and I'm in the middle of talk to divorce my wife, and that's why I'm here.
All right. Thank you.
My name is Ali, and you ask us to be honest
Yes.
because of my wife. I'm here.
Yes.
To be honest with you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Hi, my name is Shopar, and I'm here because I wanted to make our relationship better.
Hi, my name is Nadia, and I'm here to learn more and have a better relationship. Obviously, we can improve ourselves every single day. So,
Great.
Hi, my name is Merzad, and I'm here to learn and to learn from other people's experience here, and also improve our relationship.
Hello, my name is Ian, and I'm here to gain some tools to learn how to communicate better with my wife.
Hi, my name is Tamina. I'm here to work on our relationship. Hopefully works better.
Hi, my name is Sam. Basically, we are here to improve our relation.
Beautiful.
Hi, my name is Louise, and I happen to hear some of your shows on anywhere. I know you have it in KRON and other radios. So some of them are true example in our real life, and I felt, wow, you must have some more to offer, and there is always room to improve. I'm not perfect. I don't think I'm ever perfect, but I just definitely want to improve our relationship. And make the story short, he came because I forced him.
I said most men do that same thing. So-
My name is Behzad. I don't see any problem with our relationship. I'm here to lend a hand and hopefully help yours.
Great.
My name is Edmund, and I'm here to improve our relationship.
Thank you.
I'm Berta, and I'm here to live in harmony.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
My name is Sean, and I love your show, so I'm just here to see who you are, really.
Okay. Hopefully we won't disappoint you.
Yeah, hi, my name is Mernaz. I want to learn more about myself.
Hi, my name is Natalie. I'm here to gain the right skills to improve our relationship and to grow.
Hi, my name is Purya. We are here to just improve our relationship. We had some issues, so we are here to get some tools to make it improve.
So just give yourself a hand for all of your beautiful energy, for being here, honest, and let's start working.
So who are we? Some of you may know our story. Some of you are new to us. I'm Bonnie Sadiq. I'm the co-founder of Wheel of Wellbeing. I'm also a master neuro-linguistic programmer. I'm a master certified hypnotherapist. I'm a master time technique practitioner, and I'm an energy healer. Besides that, I'm an author, I'm a blogger, I'm a painter, and I'm a life enthusiast. And I'm saying that to myself every day to come from a place of gratitude, to intentionally want to grow every day and become a better version of myself every single day. See, the only person we can compete with is ourselves. We can only be better than ourselves. So our story starts when I was 17 and we met at Queens College cafeteria in New York. May I say it was love at first sight?
You may. Nobody believes you, but you may.
Pretty soon we knew that we are an item. So we started dating. A couple of years later, we knew that we wanted to be together, so we decided to tie the knot. And as much as we were in love and we were enjoying the relationship, very soon we became adults. We had to take on life responsibilities. So life happened. He became the breadwinner. I became the stay-home mom. And I took that job really seriously. But after years passed, there was a nagging voice inside of me that was telling me there is more. You need to do more. And as that voice started to grow, I started blaming everything and anything that came my way. I started blaming him for knowing his clear vision and wanting to do what he wants to do. And I started blaming having kids at a young age. I started blaming not having enough money and surviving. Everything became a reason for my inaction. And the voice started getting louder and louder. And as it did, I became very dissatisfied with life, with our relationship. And our relationship took a nose down, big nose down. We became disconnected. We became
enemies.
Not enemies, but we constantly blamed each other. We butt head. We were just not in a happy place. Until one day, and I remember that day clearly, I was standing in front of the mirror, and the face staring at me said, okay, you've blamed everything and everyone. Look at the person in the mirror. She's the one. She's the only reason that you're not taking action. And that moment, I had like an awakening. I had a realization that I need to take charge of my own life. There is no one in life responsible for my happiness or for my lacks except myself. And that's when I decided to go back to school, get certified, and become the person that I really, really wanted to be all along. And 34 and a half years later, I'm still
2 weeks short of 35.
we are still married. So that's my story.
Well, and you want to say something?
Ask a question.
Sure.
Yes.
About that day, is there any date for that day? Approximate date.
Yes, it was 2004 when I started working as an NLP assistant. 2004.
2004. Thank you.
Sure.
I was born in Tehran, and for those of you who might have read my book, I put like in the beginning a long story of my problems as a kid. I grew up as a Jewish boy in a predominantly Muslim country. A father who was a communist had just came from jail before he gets married, and a mother who was 16 years younger and from a village in Iran, pretty much. Big difference, educated man. And so as the firstborn to this family, in the beginning I was very advantaged towards like being the first son into this family, and then gradually by the time I had 3 sisters, that position was changed and the sisters became more important, and I ended up learning at a very young age that I got to be on my own. Nobody's gonna scratch my back, and I really got to fight for everything. I had to fight for every inch that I could get in school, outside. And as you're gonna learn today in our workshop, a lot of those early childhood information becomes registered. Those become who we are as an adults. And we're gonna get deeper into that. So I took a character that's called intellectualize. So I started becoming a good student, learning, utilizing my intelligence in my way to protect myself. And at age 18, I was in dental school back in Iran, and then the revolution happened, and then I came to the United States, and in Queens College, I became an accountant while I was meeting Bonnie. I was married at age 24. By 28, I was running 5 businesses, and as she said, life was happening, and all of a sudden, it was not about the relationship again. The relationship was a fun part of the beginning, but then it was survival, just getting to do what I needed to do to just make ends meet and have a family to afford, and so and life went on, and I was doing this different kind of businesses. And nothing was really making me happy, because at the core there was not a happy boy. It was a struggling boy. I went to film school at 37. Eventually at 44, I realized that this is not working. No matter how much money I made, and I was successful, I was in fashion business, my clothing was in Vogue magazine, so I was selling to all of the major departments in the United States. So I was successful, but I was not happy. And this lack of happiness was unknown. Where is it coming from? Until eventually, one day, this is not the story that I have shared commonly, but I'm going to share with you. I used to drive from my place of business in downtown to the bank. It was 15 minutes ride, and Dr. Holakui was talking, and as I was listening every day to his answer, I saw that, look, I know the same things. I have the same answers that he was giving. So I realized that there was something here hidden that I had missed. So I started going back to school at 44. I got my master's in marriage and family therapy, eventually my doctorate in clinical psychology, and I have had the privilege of working with people in that range. And pretty much everything I learned through my failures, through the losses, through bad times in our relationship, it all helped me to grow to where I am today. And then along the way, I got to tell you that we really worked at it. We needed to go to therapy, we needed to go to classes, we needed to read, and we did a lot of personal improvement to be able to stand here in front of you and explain to you how this has happened, and wish that everyone does the same thing, because we all can. There is not one of you here that doesn't have that inner understanding, and again, today we're going to show you that it's there. It's just tapping into it and learning how to utilizing it. And that's why we are here today.
So how do we define a healthy, happy, strong relationship? Anyone?
What is a healthy relationship?
And why is it important to have?
Connection.
Beautiful.
I love that.
Connection. Beautiful.
Communication. Mutual respect. Beautiful. Understanding, mutual understanding. Beautiful. All of the answers are beautiful, and we're going to get to all of those, as you all said. We're going to see how they're affecting our lives and the relationship.
You see, having a healthy, strong, solid relationship is not just about the relationship. It affects every other area of life. When you leave the house happy in the morning, it has a trickle effect on whatever else you do during the day. It makes you have less stress, it makes you have less anxiety, it makes you grow emotionally and mentally. And when we feel loved, when we have a support of a loving partner, that motivates us to be a better version of ourselves, to do more. And it really, the saying that love heals all wounds, it's just a saying. When you know someone loves you, you have a reason to bounce back. So it even heals you physically when you're in a healthy relationship. Now, a lot of us get into a relationship because of our insecurities, because there is a lack inside of us, whether it's emotional, whether it's financial, whether it's mental, whatever lack that we have, we get in a relationship so that we can get what we don't have inside from the partner. However, a healthy relationship is a win-win situation, so that each one brings equally importance to the marriage or to the relationship, so that each one complement each other. Now, how do we get there? The real secret to health, happiness, and success, the key to having everything, including love and attraction, lies in your subconscious mind. Oops. I don't know what this is, why this does this. No.
Oh, okay.
See?
We still get into each other's business. That never ends. I gotta be honest.
We all know that we have a conscious mind. That's the part of the mind that we are aware of. That's the critical part of the mind that it says this is good, this is bad, it makes decisions, and it's critical and it's analytical. But there is, the iceberg has a part of it, huge part of it that's underneath, and that's our subconscious mind. See, we all try to make change at the conscious level, and we wonder why we're not getting the results that we want. Because the subconscious mind is where we need to make the change to make it lasting. Before we get into relationship, let's see how the mind works. And why and how we think makes a huge impact on our relationship. Why the way we think and we believe affects the way we show up in our relationship. Why for some people it comes so easily, and why for some people it becomes a struggle. What are we missing? Now, it's scientifically proven that the conscious mind makes up of only 0.006% of the mind. Again, that is the part of the mind that we are aware of. And the subconscious mind makes up 99.99% of your mind.
Big
Thank
help.
you. Now, a lot of us think that, again, the relationship is outside of us. It's not. Capital N-O-T. It's how we set the mind, the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, and we align them together to get to what we want. And another important point is knowing what we want. What is it that we want? What is it important in the relationship? So knowing what we want and then aligning the conscious mind and the subconscious mind to get to the results that we want.
So I use a little bit of a different name for the subconscious mind, which is a part of the conscious mind. I call the inner child. This inner child is the same boy that I was telling you about myself. That little boy is still there, okay? And there need to be an adult supervising that boy now. But for many years, until 44, that boy was running the show, okay? So pretty much everything that's in that subconscious mind is running most of us. But the part that's only 0.006% is the one that we think that is doing everything. It's not true. And this little child, because of the events, because of the traumas, because of the relationship of the parents and how life has perceived, has grown to defend itself in the certain ways. In my case, I use the example of intellectualization. It's the way that this mind, with the inheritance that it had, picked away. For somebody else, it could be different. Somebody else may just become addicted to games, put the mind at playing games, and eventually it's cigarettes, and eventually it's weed and other things. So somebody else may just become letting go of things. I don't care. How many of the kids you hear, you ask them, saying, I don't care. I mean, most of the young people who come to me, the first thing that I hear from them repeated is, I don't care. I don't. Okay. So that's a defense mechanism, because if I don't care, I don't have to care, so I'm not going to care about my relationship, about my job. It's not really a priority. So once we understand what those defenses are, we can go further. While we have not made that growth, we can call that a freeze. So freeze is that developmental block at different ages that we have been stuck with certain understanding. We've lost a parent, our parents have been divorced, I got sick, my sibling had an accident. So many different things happen every day. Every day in life, there are big issues that can happen in every household. And then those events are becoming a part of the subconscious mind and creating the issues. Oh, that's okay, I'm good. I want to do it the fancy way. So, as you can see, then the mind becomes the conscious and the subconscious. So the conscious mind realistically is the CEO. If we are an entity, a company, so awareness, our analytical thinking, being critical, being computational, and all of our decision making comes into that conscious part of the mind. The subconscious part of the mind is really active, brings up information, our creativity comes from that, our beliefs that we're going to talk about it really more than anything else today, because those beliefs are in there constantly and they come to the surface. Our values, our identity, all of these are there, and our feelings. That's another thing that we're going to talk a lot about, especially in our communication part. We talk about that. And then survival. We're not born to survive. We're born to enjoy life. But because of all of these difficulties that we face, every day we're just trying to survive today and get to the next day while we missed out enjoying it. So the instincts and pretty much everything else that we have is in that subconscious mind. Now, what the subconscious mind of a child does, in the first 7 years, the subconscious mind is like a sponge. So all the information that is going around is registered already, like a camera and a voice recorder, and everything is right there. You know, I do EMDR with my clients, and sometimes when we get to that, information that comes up are unbelievable. They can tell me sometimes something happened to them at 3 months old. Who believes that they can remember? But there is something else that remembers that, you know. So those information are there. They're all there. Even sometimes, probably for everyone, but we don't get there. Even in utero, we have some sort of a cognition and understanding from the environment that's registered to that degree. So because of that, now we have those reactions, and the reactions are emotional reactivity. So when we say I get emotional only means that I have unknown information that come together in a cluster of information that shows certain reaction. So as long as we're reactive, which we are, I mean, we still could be reactive to each other. However, now we can catch it a little bit faster than before. Earlier on, our reactions, we would be not talking to each other for 2-3 weeks. Then it was 10 days. Then it was 7 days. Now it takes about what? Maybe about 20 minutes. Okay?
15.
But still there. I want to be honest. We said we're going to be
humans.
honest.
I mean,
the reaction is not going to be killed. You know, we have reaction. Somebody kicks me, I'm going to react. But then the conscious mind has to be aligned with the subconscious mind and understand and inquire what's going on and what is my decision, how I'm going to respond instead of react. So today we're learning again how to respond instead of react, and how being assertive is a way of being in charge of this system. So, since we talked about assertiveness, let's understand what assertive is versus other ways. So if I'm reacting, a reacting mind just does 3 things: fight, flight, and freeze. Fight is the aggression. I shared with you my story as a kid, you know, because I was feeling a lot of pressure in my home. My father was an angry man, and he was showing a lot of anger in the house. What I had learned, and I couldn't do anything in the house, I would take it out and pick up fights with people every day, and I was, you know, in some sort of a fight every other day. So that was my aggressive side coming out, and that's how I presented myself in life, as an aggressive person, until, you know, I realized that aggression doesn't work. We have a president right now whose model is aggressiveness, and he does it, and he's successful, and he brings a lot of money to the country or whether to himself. But aggressiveness doesn't work at the end of the day. Maybe in that situation it works. Aggressiveness doesn't work. It's not, at the end of the day, it's going to have another aggressor coming against it. Unfortunately, the shooting yesterday. So the aggression brings more, turmoil. Passive is another way of representing ourselves. So some people, as a child, they learn not to confront. I'm going to just go back. I'm just going to put my head down. I'm not going to say anything, because if I say anything, it doesn't go anywhere. So I better just pull back and disengage. So that disengaged way of being becomes another way of presenting ourselves in life that is not going to work. Most people are passive aggressive. A good 65% of the people are passive aggressive. So they use both. So if they're upset, first they go back and they say, oh, it's okay. If Bonnie tells me...
I used to be that.
Yeah.
I used to say nothing. Then like a week later, I would do something that was still bothering me. So I used to be that, I admit.
So passive aggressive holds back, but then comes from a different direction. If your friend told you something that you didn't like and you're not going to say anything, but then later on you go talk behind her back with another friend and say, oh, so-and-so said this and she's that, that's passive aggressive. Because if you were assertive, you would just face that person and you would say that I feel hurt and what's going on. Assertive has boundaries, has a standing point. A lot of people ask me, what does really assertive mean? And the best way I can explain it is, it's like a tree. You have deep roots, you're standing tall, you grow, you give fruits, and you give shade to everyone around you. It's a unit that on its own is able to handle pretty much everything and grow.
So how do we become assertive? Confidence is one way that we can become assertive. And knowing what we want actually helps us to become confident and assertive. Now let's imagine we go out to dinner to a nice restaurant. We sit down, the waitress brings us a menu. We look through the menu for a few minutes and the waiter comes back and says, can I get your order? You look at the waiter and say, I don't think I want the steak. I don't think I want the salad. And I'm pretty sure I don't want the soup. What do you think the waiter is going to tell you? And hopefully when they come back with your food, they're not going to spit in it. So he's going to say, I'm going to give you a few more minutes until you know what you want. I'll come back. That is exactly how the universe works. The moment that we know what we want, the subconscious mind gets to work. See, one of the primary rules of the subconscious mind is that it wants to serve us. As Daniel said, we are the CEO, and the subconscious mind, it's the doer. So whenever we tell the subconscious mind, okay, this is what I want, the subconscious mind gets to work and goes and finds more of that it is that you want. And until you decide that this is what I want, and if you're still not sure of what it is that you want, the universe says, okay, I'll come back to that person.
Can I cut you off for a second?
Absolutely.
The gentleman who said that I'm here because of my wife, this is the point that you want to pay attention to. Sincerely.
And this is the part that we want to be honest.
This is sincerely, because as long as you don't know what you want and you come because of your wife, you're not going to be successful. Okay? So if you're here, you got to know what you want. Why are you coming here? Okay? Maybe you want to say, I wanted to satisfy my wife. Okay? And this is my intention. And if that's really what you really wish and you want, then you're going to do it. Okay? You're going to do it here, you're going to do it in other places. Are you going to be happy? That's another question. So you got to realize, what is it that you want that you're going to be happy with? What is it that you want that's going to be meaningful and valuable in your life? So it's not just what I want that is going to bring something to me of value.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. And as important as it is to know what we want, how much we want it is as equally as important. Do I just wish for it? I want to lose 15 pounds. I wish I could. Am I invested in it wholeheartedly, 110% to do the work to get there? Because a lot of us say what we want, but it's just a wish in the air. We're not fully invested to do the work, to take action towards it. So first realize what it is that you want, and are you really willing to take action to get it? Because if you want something as bad as your next breath, you will find a way to get it. Okay, now let's do an exercise.
Are you ready? This is where the fun begins.
Yay! Okay, in your folders, you each got a folder. Bring out your SMART goal out. And let's write a goal.
Do you have pen? Can you give him pen and pen?
Can someone lower the AC? Maybe just make it cooler a little bit here.
It's back there.
So how do we write our goal? Let's take one specific area of your relationship that you would like to improve. For example, I want to better understand my partner. I want to be able to communicate more skillfully. I want to be able to set healthy boundaries. Pick one specific area. I want to have a better intimate relationship with my partner.
Yeah. Good point.
Focus on one area of improvement and write your goal with that intention. So how do we write the goal? The S stands for specific, simple, and see yourself in it. Don't make 10 goals into one goal. Make it very specific, simple. See yourself in that goal. Visualize yourself achieving that goal. See yourself in that goal. Measurable and meaningful to you. Make it so that it is measurable. Don't just say, I want to be happy. Do you want to be 15% more happy? Do you want to be 45% more happy? Happiness is not measurable. So make your goals in a way that you can measure your progress. Make it so that it motivates you. It's meaningful to you. Achievable, as if now. So we want to write your goals the way that it has already happened. Realistic. For most of us, having $5 million in the bank by tomorrow morning is not a realistic goal. For some it is. Make it realistic for you. And give it a time. Make it time-based. So your goal will look something like this. It is now August 9th, and me and my partner are sitting in our backyard, having a glass of wine. I can feel the cool breeze on my face, and it feels peaceful and calming. We are talking, laughing, and having a deep conversation. I am now able to share my most intimate thoughts and feelings with my partner and feel totally safe. I'm feeling connected, joyful, and loved.
So you see how specific it is? You just got to be so clear about what this vision is. Just breathe it. Just be in that moment when you're writing it.
And when you write your goals, write it in a positive language. Write it as you want to see it, not what you don't want. Ready? Any questions?
How many goals?
One goal, one specific goal.
You have 5 minutes.
Amir, this is not connected to that. چیکار کنیم؟ Make your goals about yourself. Yes, it can be like, no, I don't want. I want to see my son graduate, not about someone else.
It's about you and your relationship.
You in your relationship.
Not just the goal. You want to talk about that goal in details of this is a certain day that this has happened. Yes.
Make it exciting.
When it
make
has
it
happened,
motivating to you.
When you have achieved it, how does it feel like? So it's like a year from now or 6 months from now, and
2 days from now, 3 days.
Any time. And then how is it when you have achieved that goal?
It is already happened to you. So
yes.
It is now put a date on it and say, I have whatever your goal is, or I'm doing. See yourself in that goal as you have achieved it.
So it already has happened. So you're writing it as it has happened.
This is specifically for that.
2 more minutes. Anybody needs more time? How was that?
Very hard.
Very hard. How so? Anybody wants to share their goal?
Oh, you want the mic? No, go
No,
ahead.
go ahead.
Okay. So I wrote, it is the summer of 2019, and I'm cooking a big barbecue meal with my family and my partner Kristen at my own home. The day is hot and fun with everyone in a very light mood. We laugh together, we eat together, and relax together, just enjoying each other's company and the food that we're eating. My mom and I cook up the food, and everyone else helps setting up and cleaning. And Kristen is welcome and feels a part of the family, and we're able to give each other affection and receive affection from family. So.
Beautiful. The only thing I want you to do is put an exact date on that summer.
Okay.
Just, it doesn't, just pick it, whatever comes to mind, subconsciously, put a date on it. Everybody has a goal? Now I want you to close your eyes and travel to that time when you have achieved your goals. See yourself in that picture. And I want you to step out of your body and watch yourself being in that picture. Step out of your body and watch yourself. And I want you to see, what are you seeing? Who's there with you to celebrate your achievement? What are you hearing? What are the voices? Are you hearing laughter, joy? Are people congratulating you for achieving that goal? What are you feeling? And I want you to take that image that you have and blow it up in your mind's eye. Make it so that it's so motivating and empowering to you. Make it as big as a movie screen. And if you need to adjust the light, go ahead and make it brighter. Make the sounds louder. Take the feelings and make them tenfold. Feel that excitement. Feel the joy of you achieving your goal. Feel the feelings that are coming up in your body. And now I want you to just kind of float up from the moment of now. I want you to float to the future, because your subconscious mind is able to do that. Go to that date. And from all the way up in the sky, look down to that date. And I want you to take that image, that mental image that you have of your goal, and drop it in your timeline into the future. And I want you to take 3 deep breaths and give life to that goal. Go ahead. Do that with me. 3 times. And now that you have given life to that goal in your timeline, that future goal is set. And now you can gently come back to now. Flow down into your bodies. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Welcome back. How was that?
I got beans. I got beans.
Beautiful. Yes, you do. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay.
Anybody else wants to share? Okay.
Just keep that inside. As we go to the importance of relationship and a few things that you suggested. You said trust, right? And that's where we're starting with. In our relationship, the one thing that has kept us together, if there is one thing, is only trust. There's been always disagreements, disapprovals, bickering over things. But because we trust each other, at the end of the day, with the difficulties, we still come back together because we know that we don't want bad for each other. We know that we're aligned with the bigger picture. We know that there is something of value in this relationship that we want to adhere to. So trust is valuable. However, regretfully, when it breaks down, it's really difficult to rebuild it. It's going to take time and consistency. Trust doesn't come out of the thin air. It needs a certain kind of interaction that proves to the other person that my intentions and my partner's intentions are similar or are aligned or can work together towards a common goal. Okay? When that trust is not there, just like if you take a piece of paper, right, you know, a piece of paper, please. It's a nice, clear piece of paper, right? Trust is just like this. When it breaks, it's really hard to bring it back to the same position. It's going to take a very long time of just touching it and going over it and putting it under something, heavy until it becomes more usable again. And it's still never going to be the same. It's going to be rebuilt, but rebuilding it takes effort and takes time and consistency. So we're going to talk about the 4 principles that this trust is going to be able to sustain, exist, be built. And those 4 parts, first is feeling secure. Okay? So when we talked about that inner child, that little kid, the one thing that all of these little children have inside of them is the fear of the future. The security is something that we want to focus on. And in order to build security, we need to take certain steps. Security, once it's threatened, through the traumas or whatever that has happened, again, in subconscious level, that creates a lot of different way of defensiveness that we talked about some of them earlier. So the second part is creating boundaries. And we're going to talk about boundaries, where I end and my partner start, how I end and all of you start in relationship with me and with us. The third part touch upon, and the last part touch upon, and the last part all of these 4 steps are going to be practiced today. And in order to be able to And in order
Start with
to
all
be
of
able
that, we
to
gotta understand one
start
more
with all
time
of that, we
that
gotta
survival
understand one more
base
time
is not
that
the way that we
survival
can
base
feel
is not the
comfortable.
way
Because
that we
as long
can
as we're
feel
struggling to
comfortable. Because
survive,
as long as
there
we're
is no
struggling
time
to
for
survive,
growth
there is
and
no time
happiness.
for growth
We want to
and
understand that
happiness.
we are born
We want to
with
understand
joy.
that we are born
Every one of
with
us
joy.
has joy
Every
inside
one
of
of
us.
us
When a new
has joy
baby
inside
is
of us.
born,
When a
we
new
call him a bundle of
baby
joy.
is born,
Why?
we
Because
call
they
him a
don't
bundle
have
of joy.
anything
Why?
else
Because they
except the
don't
joy
have
that they have
anything else
brought.
except the joy that they
So
have
this
brought.
joyfulness
So
is
this
something that we have, and
joyfulness
because
is
of
something
everything
that
that
we
has
have,
happened
and
to
because
us,
of
that
everything
joy
that
is
has
covered.
happened to us,
And now
that
it's
joy is
our
covered.
responsibility
And now
to
it's
bring
our
this joy back,
responsibility to bring
touch,
this
get
joy
in touch
back,
with this joy, and
get in
start
touch
having
with this
a
joy,
new
and
way of
start
relating
having
with
a
this joy.
new
So we
way
want
of
to
relating
make
with
sure
this joy.
that
So
we
want
are
to
along
make
the
sure
way we
that
are
we
enjoying.
are along the way
So
we are
when we come
enjoying.
back, after
So
these
when
10
we
minutes,
come back,
you only have 10
after
minutes.
these 10 minutes, you only have 10 minutes. The
So be
restrooms are-
back
yeah.
by 3:24.